I have an idea. No, that won't work. No, anyways, this video is about not saying no to your players' ideas. A lot of times you'll hear your players talking about ideas to do things, whether it's to get into a city by breaching the wall or trying to get across a opening in a cavern or a chasm. And one of the worst things you can ever do is tell a player no. You should never tell them no when it comes to an idea. You should always encourage them by saying, you can try anything you want. Don't ever tell them no, it won't work, or imply that it's a bad idea. Because the minute you start doing that, that player is going to check out and they're not going to want to come up with ideas. I know this has happened to me in many games, and because I love throwing ideas out there. I try to think about what my character would come up with sometimes. I look at their intelligence and wisdom and their background, and I think, could they have seen an instance like this before? Okay, what would they think? I try my hardest as a player to do that. But yeah, I've had ideas shot down. I've been told before actually doing something that, well, that's a dumb idea. You're going to hurt yourself, or this is what's going to happen, before doing it. And it bothered me. It bothered me a lot. So I want to encourage you guys not to shoot down player ideas, no matter what they are. So just think about these things. If a player has an idea, tell them, oh, that could work, or, oh, I never thought of it like that. But don't say no. Try to keep an open mind. We're playing a fantastical game. If you want to play a realistic game, maybe because you're a physics major or something, that is not going to physically work. Still, suspend disbelief and give it a chance to succeed. Maybe you tell them roughly what they would have to be. Like, well, that would be very hard. And then you say, you probably have to get at least an 18 on the die. Like, I do that with my players. I tell them, well, you can do it. You probably have to hit a number of this or higher. I try to give them an idea of how difficult it would be for their character. And what it does is it still encourages them to try things. It encourages them to try and come up with other ideas. Now, I don't tell them the odds on everything, but if it's something that's really far off the wall, I say, okay, if you do this number, I'll let you do it. So then they know, okay, it is risky. And I've done that with various things. I'm trying to think. I did it in my game last night. I can't remember what I did it with, but I've done it with stuff. I've said, hey, if you can hit a 19 on the die, I will let you hurt 2 monsters instead of 1. Because I've had players ask, well, what if I take my axe and I do like a spin attack and try to hit more than 1? Screw it. Let's do it. It's a game. It's fun. It's not about sticking 100% to the mechanics, and half the time I like stuff like that, because I want to encourage what I would call a Hollywood moment, and I love it when players are like, for instance, Acquisitions Inc. They're always asking, is there a chandelier? Now, obviously, it's a little bit ridiculous in caverns and stuff like that, but the idea is funny. And when you're in a house or something, sure, ask questions like that. Let the players do it. Maybe say in the cavern, no, but there is a stalagmite. I get the two confused. There is something that you could probably try and lasso, but it's going to be really difficult. You'd probably have to roll like a 15 on the die. Boom. Let them try. But the minute you start telling your players no on their ideas, they're going to feel terrible, especially if there's one player who thinks very logically at your table and you're always telling him, okay, yeah, that works. But then you're telling another player who is a little bit more over the top, nope, that won't work. Now you're going to have one player thinking, oh, well, he just likes him more. Or, oh, he just hates my ideas, so I might as well not contribute. You don't want that. You want to encourage everybody at your table to give to the session. And like I said, this has happened to me before in what I can think of at least 3 campaigns, or 2 campaigns and a one-shot off the top of my head. It just makes it not very much fun, to the point where you just don't even want to play it anymore. And it's difficult. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up there. But, again, get out there with your group and encourage them and try to tell them to be encouraging of others too. If you see that someone's always shooting down another one's idea, maybe pull them aside sometime and say, hey, I know you think it's a bad idea, but every now and then, maybe you could offer some encouragement or build off of their idea just so that they feel part of the group, because that's all we really want sometimes in our game. We want to be able to collaboratively storytell. We want to feel like we're able to contribute to the group. So just try to do that, and you'll see, I think, better ideas come with practice, and you'll see that the games will get more interesting. So again, just try to have an open mind. Even if you can't imagine it working, be positive, encourage it. So that's it for this video, and I will see you guys next time.